starting a chicken project in Zimbabwe, and we're looking at the cost of building a fowl run and some of the important things that you may need to know when doing that. One thing that I need to emphasize is that I'm not a professional at doing this. It was just one of the people that asked me to help them with the project, as I've done all the videos that you've been looking at our channel. So this is the same concept that I've actually used to build a fowl run, and I'm going to be covering all the important things that you need to know about the project. There is a lot of buzz around the internet of a lot of people that are starting projects in their rural homes, and in this very video, like I said earlier on, we were looking at this chicken fowl run that we completed, and I'll be explaining how the stages that we took. Builders to put the doors, they're gonna do that, and then and then if I get inside, and then ndanguwa kumbira kuti vaise zvimanhingiri ndeke chikafu, and then akandeke mvura akandeke chikafu as well, so it stretches there tizo rongera zvakanaka, but that's what they are doing now. And then is the white ndezvemvura izvi, so instead of kuti tiwane mvura iri instead of tiwane mvura iri inenge ichibva from this tank ichipinda kudirect ichifeeder into those small tanks, tango decide kuti for now they're going to be able to do this manually. Okay, so vanoisa mvura mune makaiswa mushonga mutank iro rime makaiswa mushonga, and then what they do is they just fill out this bucket. Fill a bucket nemvura, and then voisa kuma tins. So water is coming out, and look at the pressure. There's so much pressure there. So yeah, I've learned when I was actually traveling, the very first thing that I did was to drive around and see who else is doing some similar projects. Okay, so I realized that we are working on building one, but a lot of people in Zimbabwe, like, they build a lot of these fowl runs at their place and then start these projects. And when doing this project, they are doing them from their rural homes. They don't have to buy a plot. They don't have to do this. If you come from Zimbabwe, you would understand that. Kana kusama saga. Kana kusama saga. What in Rachel Mitro Yagadeso? Kunotoni mamwe ritika than this. Mama tendajo. Asma saga after me, don't it? Masaga. Ukuzoda light throughout the kutanga kwa. Sasa izvi kana dzakura so. Saka mama neru mita simubadza futi male. All right. Saka pana padzinofana urara murima. Tinodzibhadha chawo yekuzorora. Oh. Tine time yekuti kana tipa 8 hours yatinodzipa kuti dzimbozorora kuti dziwane mukana wekudigesta chikafu. Wosa munodzidzimira lights for 8 hours. Tozozibatidzira. Kana tiri tudikiwo hours anenge akasiyana. All right. There was a time when I needed to learn about fire burners that they put inside the chicken house or the fowl run. So I take time to ask questions, what it looks like and what's the setup like, why did they do this, XYZ. One of the things that I've learned there is that there is one side that is an opening and the other side is actually closed. The reason why they do that, they said that it's because so that it can actually keep a lot of heat. The opened area is where you actually use to feed in the charcoal. This is why one day I was in Mbare giving the instructions to the welder so that he can do these fire burners for me. I knew exactly what I wanted and I knew the outcome that I wanted when I was actually in Mbare. If you have missed out this very video, I have this very video on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out. But if you missed out, let's have a look at the experience of buying the fire burners in Mbare. 36. Yeah. So that means 36 times 5. Yeah, 180. Don't 180. 180. Alright, so pakaikwidza labor.
Yes. Zvese kunzirongosara dhamu reso makutokotakura dhamu renyu.
But madrum takauda second hand.
Yeah, second hand atakoda manyowani.
And it's really chiburi.
Chiburi ndo chinoita kuti ikwanise kupinza futi mhepo. Saka ventilation.
Ah, alright.
Yeah.
I had to find out from the locals who is the local builder who can actually build this. We had to first calculate the amount of bricks that are needed, and we had to actually calculate the amount of treated gumpoles. So as you can see, this has a gable shape at the top, and these are supporters that supports the roof. They are strategically placed so that they can support the roof from actually falling down. And then one of the things that I've actually learned is that when you're actually building a chicken house, you need to put treated poles that are standing upright, and the poles that you put at the top to support the roof, they have to be gum poles as well. The reason why they have to be gum poles is so because they are not affected by any disease. One of the things that you need to learn is that when you are working with in rural homes, you're going to get a lot of local people that wants to give you a hand, and these local people, they are always available, especially these young people. One thing that you need to take note of: make sure that you pay them each and every single day only when they have finished the job. But some of them, of course, if you pay them, they may not report to work the next day because they have money to buy whatever they want. A lot of them, they do take alcohol, and they do spend a lot of time in growth points. And on this very day, we're actually delivering cement because we wanted to work on the floor of the chicken fowl. But now, one of the disturbing moments that I had there is that the truck that I actually hired had actually stopped in a muddy place, and we were actually stuck. And the locals in Zimbabwe, they are really amazing because they would come and help you whenever you have a problem. They are very nice, and they are very helpful. This truck got stuck for hours. So one thing that we did, we had to work out a plan. I had to call a lot of guys and make sure that we work this out. And a tip on this: if you're hiring a truck, make sure you do hire a truck for the day. Don't hire a truck for load. Let's say you need to carry cement. You just tell the driver that I need to hire you from 7 a.m. up to 7 p.m. How much are you going to charge me? Because there will be a lot of work that needs to be done. And when these guys actually helped me, it took hours for us to get out of this place, and everyone was really excited, and then I had to make sure that I have lunch with all these people on this very day. I remember this day just like yesterday, and we finished everything that we were doing around late night. That's an amazing sunset. And looking at the progress that we have done on the fowl run right now, the roof is actually started to take place. And when negotiating with the builders, what you need to do is, if they give you a price, you need to make sure that when they finish the foundation, you pay them the money. Don't pay them money up front. Only pay them when they've actually finished a certain stage. And another tip that I need to give you is that when you're paying the contractor, you're going to get a main guy who is going to be the professional builder, and then they're going to hire all these other guys, the dagger boys, and that are going to be helping on the project. When you're paying them, make sure that you let everyone know that they have been paid on that day. Sometimes the contractors, they can take money and not give these guys. One of the biggest challenges that I've actually had here is water. Okay, we had to fetch water from the river, and we had to pay whoever was fetching water from the river. And if you're going to fetch water from your neighbor, just know that they're going to sell you the water. Water is not free. This is one of the mistakes that we made here, and we didn't do the bore drilling first. We had to do the bore drilling on a later stage. If I'm going to start over again, I'm going to do the bore drilling first so that there is adequate water. And right now we are working on the floors. One of these days I visited one of these places where they keep chickens, and they say there's no need for you to put concrete on the floors. And then I had to argue with the builder, and then he said it's needed. I didn't argue more. We had to do just that. And one of the biggest challenges in this day when we're actually doing the floor, we had to run out of gravel that we were putting on the floor, and we had to make several trips to get more and more gravel. The builder actually miscalculated on there. So here we've actually done part of it, and then we need to complete part of it. And as we're doing this, I've learned that you need to make sure that you get the best type of gravel so that the floor doesn't have any sort of cracks. And one of the things that you need to put also on the ground is called termite liquid. I've done a video on termite liquid, so that all these pores, they cannot be affected by termites. It's very important. It's very important that you do that. And there we go. This is the progress that we have done so far. And the roof is being worked on. I've done a video again that explains when I did buy these metal roof sheets. These are the common ones that I used in Zimbabwe. Looking at the size of this chicken fowl run, it's 20 meters by 10. It simply means that it accommodates 2,000 beds. Ideally 10 beds per square meter, 10 beds per square meter, 10 beds per square meter. That's the measurement that we're given. So another argument is that this is a big fowl run with a top that goes up. So there was an argument whereby someone would say the roof should be actually on the lower side. So according to some standards, they want a roof like that. So again, it's your choice and why you need to do the project. And let us look at some of the mechanisms or the business for chickens in Zimbabwe. A lot of people that are doing these projects, they do keep chickens and sell to locals or local supermarkets and things like that, or anything in between. And some people, they have contracts with big companies like Chicken Inn and other companies that are restaurants. So what they do is that they supply you with the chickens, they supply you with the feed, they supply you with all the chemicals and the treatments that you may want, and even support. And once the chickens are ready, they actually come and buy from you again. So let's say Kuda, I own this project, company XYZ, they supply me the day-old chicks, and then they supply me the chemicals, they supply me the feed, everything that I need from for the chickens to grow. And then when they are ready after 6 weeks, they can actually come and buy from me again. That's actually a better deal, because you know that when the chickens are ready, you only have one buyer who's going to take all the 2,000 beds. What I then need to do again, I need to go back and learn more about what I needed to know for me to move to the next stage. Light throughout the kutanga kwa saka izvi kana dzakura so saka manheru munoita semubadza futi male. Alright, saka pana padzinofanira kurara murima.
Tinodzibhadha chawo yekuzorora. Tine time yekuti kana tipa 8 hours yatinodzipa kuti dzimbozorora kuti dziwane mukana wekudigesta chikafu.
Osa munodzidzimira lights for 8 hours. I also had to head back to a company that is called Winpart that gave me advice, and they supplied us what we needed for the project to go on. We has no idea at all, so I'm going to ask her for prices.
For prices.
Yeah, and then I've got a good friend of mine who's going to be helping me with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say someone is just built a chicken house. So one of the guys that I'm actually working with, What do you use to clean the chicken house?
Okay, you need variacide or variacide or variacue. This is broiler concentrate.
Okay.
Broiler concentrate you can mix with crashes.
Okay.
What exactly are crashes?
What are crashes?
Crash.
What is that? Like maize? Maize that's broken down?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. For bedding, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
We can use it for bedding.
You said how much is this?
$5, yes.
So this can cover, you said 7 by 10.
7 by 10 square meters.
And what kind of hay is this? You said it's wheat.
It's
hay.
wheat, yes, it's wheat.
Does it have to be wheat? Can we get grass hay?
Took about 3 months to be completed, and the amount that we spent on the entire project on a daily basis, the food, the fuel, everything, it amounted to about $7,000 to build a 10 by 20 chicken fowl run, and then there was a storeroom. We also had to make sure that we had to put most of the stuff which is in very good standards, and this was the cost from the labor of the builders, from everything. It was around $7,000. So again, a project like this depends on several factors like the location of your place and the other things that you might face. Like in my case, I faced track challenges and things like that. So I want to just let you know in closing that I've done all these videos using a lot of service providers, and you can head over to our website that you're seeing on your screen right now and search for a service that you are looking for. Every service provider that we engaged here, we encourage them to have their business listed on our website. You can actually check them out and ask them all the questions that you need, or leave a comment below this video, or join our YouTube community, and you can actually watch the other videos that we have done on our channel. In closing, I want to emphasize that the information that I've given you is just from an amateur perspective. I was just spearheading this project. I'm not a professional farmer. I just know what I went through. I relied heavily on the people that are doing similar project, because I went to them, asked for advice, did what I had to do. I know this video may contain some mistakes, but it's just done for education purposes. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.